So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things already rolling. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
Hazard. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Now it's Bale. And it's Sneijder. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Hazard. He's shifting through the gears here. Cafu did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Hazard really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again,
Oh, great chance! And the finish! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already. Serginho kept his eye on it, and he's there. Makaleli. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Del Piero.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rijkaard. This is a promising build-up. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Dink through. Nice interception, well timed. Vieira. Schneider plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Gattuso. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Del Piero. Now it's Cruyff.
Oh, great feat, that.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cruyff unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Serginho. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
No, that's been intercepted. Tries to pass it through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Cruyff, and it's Schneider. Gattuso. Now, can they get him away? And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass come.
And a chance! Oh, crossbar! It's a pretty loose pass. And this is Cruyff. Cruyff.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking tidy in possession here. Gattuso. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Changes him with that pass. Schneider. And here's Del Piero. And he's put Del Piero! And that's a tidy finish. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front foot.
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And we are back underway.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And here's Del Piero. Now it's Cruyff. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That has ended up in no man's land. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Schneider.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. He's picked his way through. He's having a shot! And he's really put himself on the line here. And we have our very first corner. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Gattuso is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Turan. Vieira. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Schneider. And he's had it nicked away. Makaleli. Now it's Bale. Ibrahimovic. Shot, surely! Goal! Barcelona! Into the lead once more. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Bale, just eases him off the ball. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, it's come. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, now he can. And Messi! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
Oh, sweet feet. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Neymar. Into the last quarter of an hour. Threads one in.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's a throw-in. Oh, that is a nice touch. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Passing nice and neat. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Well, some of the players here are letting their emotions get the better of them. They do have to be careful. This must not be inflamed any further. Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a... Bale! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping. Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And here's Bale. And once more, he proves rigid and robust.
Milan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And this is Hullet. Takes a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Impressive jump! Oh, it's hit the post! Ronaldinho.
Might want to be careful there.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And just to confirm that the referee did...
And the referee brings it to a close.
Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party. And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. That was probably asking just too much. Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Goes for a shot! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Nicely weighted ball, and the through ball, and into the grateful arms of the keeper. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Looking for options for movement. No, that was never going to make it. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Gattuso. That is good alertness. So we're still where we started right now. Well-timed, excellent interception.
Ronaldinho.
Ibrahimovic. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Makaleli.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle.
Takes a shot! Goal! Barcelona! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Pirlo is the team's great visionary. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Ibrahimovic, and he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's real chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Nesta wins the duel this time. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Ronaldinho. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Milan are one down despite having the better chances here. Rijkaard. Nesta gets across to intercept that. Gattuso. Serginho Gattuso. Edmilson. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That's a nicely shaped ball. And this is Messi.
He is through here.
And Messi! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
He has found the way through. Edmilson.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Ibrahimovic! Bale going after that. Nesta calmly anticipates.
Ronaldinho.
He's in a great position here. Oh, that's superb. Shoots! Nesta gets over and intercepts. Gattuso.
The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Now it's Messi.
And this is Ronaldinho.
And he is deftly away. And the finish! Can he finish?
Habrá 1 minuto de descuento.
The most accurate pass. And it's half-time. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Milan trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Cambio de jugadores.
Away we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Well, that's a foul and the whistle's gone. And he is going into that little black book. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down.
So, power or guile, what's it going to be? Ibrahimovic.
He'd be disappointed with that.
Milan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Edmilson. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Barcelona definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Rijkaard. Now it's Messi. Oh, that's a fine interception. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.